Party all the time. Party all the time.
Hey there.
Hi.
My name is Miss Jillian. I'm one of the children's
Hi.
librarians here.
My name is Lukka.
Oh, hi, Lukka.
I'm glad I just came to the library.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Hey, can you do me a favor?
What?
We need to put our masks on because we are not able to be so far
But
apart from each other.
it messes with my ear. I've been learning about. My brother was doing a report on Van Gogh, and Van Gogh cut off his ear for true love. And so I was wearing it on my head for true love because I love Charlie McAllister in my class at school. But it's okay. Well, all right.
Why don't we take your headband off?
But it's protecting my ear because I cut it off for true love.
Well, that's true, and Van Gogh did cut his ear off for true love, but he's a lot more that he did besides just that.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. I love how your mask matches your bow.
It's always color coordinated.
I love that.
Let's see. Like this?
Almost. We just need to make sure our noses are covered. So
Okay.
we just need to raise it up just a little. There
How about
you
that?
go. Perfect.
Okay.
All
So
right.
I want to learn some more about Van Gogh, so that's why my mommy brought me to the library. But I don't know what to where to go and where to look. But I'm Lukka. Did I tell you that?
You did. And can you tell me something special about yourself? Lukka?
Oh yes. My name is Lukka, and I live on the second floor. And I got 7 brothers and sisters and 3 are halves, and my mom's gonna have a baby.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of siblings.
Yes, it is a lot of siblings.
Well,
But 3 are halves.
3 are halves. Well,
Yeah.
that's still a lot of siblings. So you definitely need to learn a lot to be able to share with them the knowledge that you have.
That's a good idea because I
Yeah.
want to be the smartest.
All right. Well, let's try and get you learning some little
Okay.
bit about Van Gogh.
I was reading this book about there's a rocket, but
Ooh.
I think I want to switch to just reading about Van Gogh.
Okay. Well, I think I have some books that you might be interested in. So let's take a look at some of them and we'll talk a little bit more about him.
Right here?
Sure. Well, why don't we go over to one of the tables?
Okay.
All right. Let's
All right.
go. You got to remember, we got to put our mask under
Oh.
our chin.
Oh, sorry. I was just
Awesome.
having fun because it's fun to play with.
It
I want
might
to thank you for teaching me about Van Gogh. I mean, you hadn't taught me anything yet, but I'm really excited about it because my brother, he's 5 years older than me, and he's mean, and he thinks that he's smarter than me, and I want to know lots of things. I'm 6. Did I tell you I was 6?
You did.
Yeah, and I have a turtle. My turtle's name is Tommy Turtle, but
Wow.
he's not 6 though. He's only 3, and so I want to be able to teach him about Van Gogh. So
Yeah.
wow me.
Well, the first thing, did you know that Van Gogh did not even think about being a painter until he was 27 years old?
Wow, that's really old.
I know.
What did he want to be? A
lot of you,
zookeeper?
huh?
Oh, that would be so much fun. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, lions and tigers and
You're
bears.
right.
That would be a lot of fun. But he didn't want to be a zookeeper?
You're right. That would be great, but it's not what he actually wanted to be.
Aw.
The first thing he did, he went through 3 jobs. First thing he did was sell art. So instead of painting it, he sold
He
it.
sold art.
But
What?
he decided that wasn't really for him. It was kind of boring. So he became a teacher. That was his next job.
I love teachers. My teacher is Miss Susan. She is like the bestest teacher in the whole world.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And so, I mean, I bet he'd be a good teacher. What kind of people did he teach? Did he teach people like me who were 6 years old?
he taught lots of different people, but he decided that that really wasn't his best, most #1 career field either.
Oh,
No. So
poor
then
Van Gogh. He was so discouraged in all the things he tried to do.
he really
That's my new
was.
vocabulary word, discouraged.
Discouraged? Well, that is a fantastic word. So
Uh-huh.
definitely a good choice to use. It's a big one.
Okay.
So the next job he tried, he thought he would join the ministry. So he became a minister.
Like a preacher?
Exactly.
Oh,
But guess what?
what?
He decided that wasn't for him either.
Well, goodness gracious.
I know.
He's just spinning around in circles.
He kind of is.
Can't decide what to do. Spin around, spin around. That's what my grandma says.
You're right, he was. But take a look at this. This was his very first painting that he ever did.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah? Well, it's a family of potato farmers eating at their
Oh,
table.
I love potatoes. I'm a potato. I'm a potato. I love potatoes.
I do too. But
you said he wasn't going to be a painter. Why did he decide to be one?
he decided to be a painter because his brother Theodore encouraged him to start painting.
That was nice of his brother.
It sure was. Has your brother ever encouraged you to do anything?
Oh, you bet.
Like what?
He encourages me to get out of his room before he does something that we'll both regret.
Oh my goodness. Well,
So I have to leave the room.
I bet.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that was exactly the same type of encouragement that Theodore gave Van Gogh.
Oh.
I think he encouraged him to actually look for his talents and start painting. And so he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you can see, looking at all of these pictures that he has, he obviously liked to paint people. He discovered that that was his real favorite talent that he had. But his later works was all nature, because he decided that he really liked going out into the world
Nature.
and seeing nature and painting that.
Nature. That's really cool. How did he learn about the nature? What did he do?
So what he did was he traveled to a place called Arles in France. In fact, I have a book right here that you might be interested in. It's called The Artist in Me. It's all about his time whenever he was in Arles, and
Arles is a place.
Arles is a place
Oh.
in France.
Okay, in France.
In France.
That's where Paris is.
It is, you're right.
And they make French fries there too.
They might. I think
Okay.
they might call him something different though.
Okay.
But this one is all about his time in France whenever he was starting to meet another famous painter named Gauguin.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never heard of him.
Yeah.
Was he famous too?
He was.
Well,
he was
can
part
I-
of the same time period whenever they painted during the post-impressionist period.
Post-impressionist period. I don't understand that.
It is kind of a big word. Here, I'll give you this one. Why don't
Can I
you
check
take a
this
look
one
at
out?
that one? Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll
Okay,
learn
well,
a
talk
little
to me.
bit about
Yeah.
post-impressionist period. So as you can tell in some of the post-impressionist work that we're looking at here, a lot of the post-impressionists really took new approaches to color, shapes, and subject matter. Many of them chose to inspire emotion in their images.
Emotions. Oh, yeah. My mama says, get a hold of your emotions. Get a hold of your emotions. And then I might cry, and I might scream, and I might get so silly that I wet my pants.
Oh, well,
But
that's
that kind of emotions?
maybe kind of to an extent, but not exactly. So for Van Gogh, emotions that he was talking about was stuff that we feel and hear. So when we look at a picture or a painting, what it makes us feel inside. So for example, let's take a look at one of his paintings that he did, and it's called Sorrowing Old Man at Eternity's Gate. And I know that's a long title for a painting, but let's just take a look at it and see.
Okay.
Okay? So what exactly does this painting make you feel when you look at it?
Blue. It makes me sad.
Exactly.
It makes me sad because he's sad, and another word for sad is blue, because I learned that from a poem we read at school with Miss Susan.
Very true. That's very true. Exactly.
So that's why he painted him in blue? You
it
think?
probably is.
Ah, I bet my brother
Yeah.
doesn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Probably
Can I
not.
check this book out?
You sure can.
I'm going to put it in my stack. Okay.
I have a couple others over here
Okay.
too for you.
Okay.
So
He
exactly.
painted blue things that were sad, but the man looks like he's crying.
He does. And it makes you feel sad inside, doesn't it?
Yes, it makes me very sad.
Exactly. And you kind of want to help him a little.
It makes me want to cry for him.
I know. But not all of Van Gogh's paintings were sad.
Oh, good, because
So
I
we're
can't
gonna
be
show
sad
you-
all the time.
Exactly. And you don't want to be sad when you're looking at art. So we're going to show you another one.
Okay, what's
These-
another one?
These are his iris fields that he painted.
Iris.
Iris. It's a type of flower.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the hole in your eye, but yeah, okay.
That is a good example of another type of iris. Very
okay,
good.
yeah.
No, these are going to be his flower fields, and they're purple, and they have one white iris flower in there. And these make me feel really happy. You know why?
Why?
Because I can put an emotional connection with this painting because my mom and my grandmother both grew these flowers.
My grandmother does too.
No way.
Yeah, she doesn't like the little teeny ones. She calls them
Yeah.
the Japanese irises or something.
Yeah.
But she likes the big ones because they're so.
Big
That's what they do
ones.
when I look at them. They look like they're going.
They kind of look like an explosion almost,
Yes.
right?
Oh my gosh! I can't believe that you know about irises too.
I do.
But I think it's beautiful. It's
I do
beautiful. The
too.
colors are beautiful.
They are. But would you believe me if I told you that when Van Gogh painted the iris field, along with a lot of other works that he's well known for, he was in a hospital.
Why? Did he cut off his ear for true love?
Not yet. We're getting there,
Oh.
promise. But Van Gogh suffered from a lot of mental health and illnesses.
What do you mean?
This book will help you kind of learn a little bit about that whenever he was growing up as a child. It's called
Is this
Vincent
Van Gogh?
Can't Sleep. It
Is that Van Gogh? And
It
there's
sure
stars,
is.
so it's nighttime. Why can't he sleep? It's nighttime. You're supposed to sleep at night.
You are. Well, Van Gogh suffered from something called insomnia. That means you can't go to sleep at night. So he was always wide awake.
Insomnia?
Insomnia.
Insomnia. I can't say it, but that's okay.
It's a very big word, but it's okay.
We just say can't sleep.
He can't sleep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this book talks all about some of the mental health illnesses that he went through when he was a child, even through in his adult years.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
That's probably why he painted that man crying, because he was thinking about not being able to sleep.
He might have been. Unfortunately, when Van Gogh was alive, the only way for them to have medical treatment would be if they went actually to a hospital and were admitted for observation by a doctor. So that's what Van Gogh actually ended up doing.
He was in the hospital because they're trying to figure out why he couldn't go to sleep because he had insomnia.
Exactly, along with maybe some other possibilities.
Oh, he's such an interesting person.
Exactly. Why don't you take a look at this one too? Maybe you might want to check this one out.
I don't want to look at it yet because I think I want to save this one
I think that's
for
a really
home
good
and be
idea.
surprised with it. That's what I like to do with books. It'd be like, just take it off the shelf and take it home and then, I didn't know there was going to be pictures like that. That's what I like to do.
Exactly.
Okay. There's more in my stack. I can only get 32, so.
32? Well, I think we might be able to get you under 32.
Okay.
That would be a little heavy.
Okay, Mama says only 32.
Okay.
All right, what now?
How about we actually read a quick book?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to read
So
to me?
we are going to read Vincents Colors.
It's beautiful.
It sure is. So we're going to read this one. This one was actually written by Van Gogh, and it uses his own illustrations. So let's take a look.
Okay.
Vincents Colors, with words and pictures by Vincent van Gogh. This book was sponsored by the Metropolitan Museum of Art and published by Chronicle Books. So thank you, Chronicle, for letting us share this book. A yellow sky with yellow sun. A jug in squares of blue and white. A reddish cap and orange bricks. 12 flowers that are light on light. Trees gray-green with a pink sky. Cypresses of a bottle green hue. Some very yellow buttercups. And all the ground is yellow too. Roses in a green vase. A window with a green shutter. A lady's clothes in black, black, black. 2 chairs the yellow of fresh butter. Leaves of silver turning to green. Stars sparkling greenish, yellow, white. A big bunch of violet irises. And in my head, a starry night.
So what did you think about this book?
I like that book a lot.
Yeah? Do you want to check it out? Share it with
Yeah,
your siblings?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was really good. It was really good. I really like this page right here because that looks like Miss Susan.
It kind of does
It
look
does
like your
look
teacher,
like Miss
doesn't
Susan, my
it?
teacher. And then that looks like a Christmas tree. So
It kind of does.
I like that. So see, you see a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
It's this way or it's this way. It could be a Christmas tree.
It could be. Do you see all of those pretty swirls in the background too?
Yes.
He was definitely known for using
Okay.
that type of painting.
Yeah, got another one. What
All
now?
right. So, one of the other things about Van Gogh, remember when I said he likes to paint people?
Yes.
Okay.
You mean on paper, right? Not paint people's bodies?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I just want to be sure because I got a little scared there for a minute.
Nope.
Okay, go ahead.
Painting people.
Okay.
He likes to do self-portraits as well. In fact, he did over 30 self-portraits his entire career.
30?
Yeah, let's take a look at a few of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so these are a couple of his self-portraits that he did whenever he was starting out versus when he ended. A lot of his self-portraits, it's really interesting to look at because a lot of them have yellow straw hats in them, which he was actually known for wearing when he was painting.
Oh, did it keep the sun out of his eyes?
It did. It did.
Maybe it was to hide his ear they chopped off for true love.
Wow. You did want to know about the ear, and one of his self-portraits actually did have a bandage,
Like I was
just like
saying.
you had on
Just see, my
earlier.
brother told me about that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so are you ready to hear the ear story?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so you
Okay.
are right. It did happen for true love,
I knew it. Okay.
but it happened on one Christmas night, and he and his friend Gauguin were in the middle of a horrible argument.
Were they screaming and yelling? They having temper tantrums?
Probably they were. And unfortunately, because this was before Van Gogh obviously went to the hospital for treatment, he had a horrible fit of rage in which he blacked out, took a razor, and cut his own ear off.
Razors are dangerous instruments. I'm told
They
not to
are.
touch them.
You're right, and you should never touch one because they are very dangerous. But unfortunately, Van Gogh did touch one, and he cut his ear off. And he did mail it to a girl.
Oh, that's gross. That sounds something like a horror movie, though.
It
But
does.
it's because he loved her, so I guess it's okay. Because true love is very, very important.
You're right, and I guess maybe they did show affection a different way back then, although it is a little
Well, I'm
different.
glad we don't cut off our ears now. Because
I
I can
am
only,
too.
I can just pretend that. I don't want to cut off my ear.
No.
Okay.
I think that's definitely a good idea to keep both of our ears on. This one is called Camille and the Sunflowers. This is another one about whenever he was in France, when he was painting all of his sunflower paintings.
Oh, that's pretty yellows.
Yeah, he was
I like
known
that.
for using yellows in his later period of time when he was painting.
Lots of yellows.
So why don't you take a look at that one too?
Okay.
And then this last one, it's more of a fun kind of fiction book, but I think you'd still enjoy it. It's called Vincent Paints His House, and it's all about the different colors that he uses in his paintings.
That looks like Fly Guy.
It kind of does. It's actually written by the same author.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a Fly Guy book. Well, you sure I don't need to leave some for other boys and girls to read?
You are more than welcome to take any of these books because we have a lot of them in our system
Oh, this
here
is
at
so
Charleston
nice.
County.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. Okay, so I got all my Van Gogh books. Now what? Well, now what I need to know about him? Or maybe just tell me just a little bit more because I want to be able to read it myself.
Sure, absolutely. So, did you know that he was not very famous until after he died?
Why? I know about. Well, I guess he's dead.
He sure is. He died in 1890.
Aww.
Yeah. But whenever he was alive and painting, his paintings were not very well known or famous. In fact, he only ever sold one painting in his lifetime that made money.
Another reason to draw a picture of a sad man.
That is true.
Because
But
nobody bought his work.
he did become very well known and famous after his death, thanks to his brother and his sister-in-law.
Brother and sister.
Yep.
Sister-in-law. Oh, that's my oldest sister, the half one. She get married, so that would make her
Oh.
have a sister-in-law or something like that, right?
She might.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
So Van Gogh was not very famous beforehand, but guess how many paintings he actually did and drawings across his entire lifetime of painting, which was only about 10 years.
12,461.
That is a huge number.
Yeah, it's a very big number.
Not exactly. He did over 800 oil paintings and 700 sketches in just 10
That's a
years'
lot.
time.
Still, that's not. It's not as much as 12 billion, but
You're
that is
right.
a lot.
It is. You are very right.
Just Jillian, you know so much. I'm so glad that I met you at the library today.
Well, I'm so happy that you stopped by and you wanted to learn more about Van Gogh.
Wow. Maybe sometime we can get together and actually do some painting ourselves. Because that would be a
Absolutely.
lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun. So next time you're in, maybe we can do a craft or something.
Thank you, Miss Jillian.
You are welcome.
I can't hug you. My mama says I can't, but I would like to hug you. So thank you.
You are very welcome, and I will see you next time here.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming and visiting us.
See you later.
See ya.
I shared a lot of great resources with Lukka today, but don't forget, with your Charleston County Public Library card, you also have access to some wonderful online resources where you can learn about Van Gogh, other people, places, and lots more. Check it out at our website, www.ccpl.org/databases.